God, I am so happy today because this is the first time that I bought into an altcoin, believing that it would one day pop, thinking I would have to wait, I don't know, a month, 2 weeks, bare minimum 2 weeks, and it just happens like in days. So this is Compound. If you have been watching my videos, if you're new here, first off, please make sure you are subscribed, ring that notification bell, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Really helps with the algorithm and all that. If you want to see me stick around on these live streams and along with making my other videos, really appreciate it. But anyways, so if you've been watching my videos, I make a lot of them, and then I have like a short video I literally just made yesterday where I was like, Compound, I just like kind of did a little like movement on my Robinhood app, and I'm like, Compound is like 80s, kind of wanted to go back to like the $900 level, like that would be nice, but it was just a joke. Of course, jokes are half true, and I really wanted it to go to 900, and I really wanted it like break out of like the under $100 price range, which did occur. It did go to like $103 or something like that for Compound, the altcoin that you can find on Robinhood. If you're not already using Robinhood, you can use my link down in the description below. Thank you very much for those of you guys that do use my referral links. I really appreciate it. And also, if you want to support this channel, consider joining as a member. You can hit that join button somewhere down there. And yeah, just check out all my links down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so I made a video and I was like, I hope it goes up, blah, blah, blah. And I do remember that Compound was at $103 back in like March. Remember when Dogecoin was like, I don't know, like 22 cents and everybody like blew their minds? Around that time, like a lot of other altcoins just kind of like moved up, but then everything tanked a few months after that. For a while. Actually, it was like more than 6 months. Everything was bad. It's just like, honestly, crypto is not for the faint of heart. Crypto is for those that can handle really big waves, and for those that can handle a roller coaster ride. But which kind of makes sense because I really do love roller coaster rides. I feel like I could be on a roller coaster ride like today, like the most intense one. There's one in Florida that I absolutely love. Is it Velocicoaster? I don't know. I think that's the one. I get it mixed up because I did go to Disney World and Universal this year. I think it was this year. Or maybe it was last year. I don't know. My days are jumbled up. But I did go to Universal and Disney World. If it wasn't this year, it was last year. And it was wild. There was Velocicoaster is a really good ride. I'm trying to remember now. Is that Universal? You know what? I think it was Universal. But correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I could be on a roller coaster ride right now and it wouldn't even faze me because like the intensity of crypto is just so much more than that. And I'm not saying that's a good thing though, because not here to give you financial advice. Do your own DD, entertainment purposes only, as always. And for those of you guys that are constantly asking me like, do I have this? Do I have that? Dogecoin, all that. You could just pay for that information. I mean, I wouldn't pay me to find out, but I see that there is a lot of people that are still asking, and I do have folks that pay to see, you know, like my trades. So if you are interested in that, you can go and check out my paid subscriptions like Patreon down in the description below. You can find any paid subscription places. That's where I post some of my trades. But right now I'm going to go through some of them with you and just kind of like what happened with Compound. And you decide what was better for me, okay? Because I feel like I should have just diamond handed because I trusted myself like through all of this, okay? So recently, if you haven't really seen like my older videos, I've talked about XTZ Tezos. Compound is kind of a new thing for me, to be honest. Compound, I only got interested, and I tell you, and it's the dumbest thing, like the dumbest reason. I don't claim to be smart anyway, so it is the dumbest reason why I bought Compound, and I'm absolutely amazed that it actually worked, is because I realized when Robinhood added like PayPay and Solana, and like, what are they? Is it ADA this time too? But they added like 4 different coins at the same time. And I was like, okay, so they're adding all these new coins. And when the new coins go in, like PayPay, and sorry, dog with hat, they all like blow up, right? So then I was thinking like, okay, well, oh, also XRP, they just kind of re-allowed it because XRP was allowed before on like Coinbase and everywhere, and then it was frozen, and then blah, 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 and then the SEC were like, okay, you're good to go. So either way, I realized that there's like been a pattern, at least I personally think so. I can't say it's 100%, but it's looking pretty good. So I've been saying over and over again that I feel like Robinhood, whenever they add something or whatever is on Robinhood, is just literally more likely to pop. And if you remember Shiba Inu, folks, if you remember 2021 Shiba Inu, literally like I already felt like Shiba Inu already way past its peak before it was added on Robinhood. And then the minute it was added on Robinhood, and I had refused it so many times. So many times I did live streams and people were like, just get rid of your millions of Doge coins and just get into Shiba Inu, which honestly, heck, I wish I did. I wish I did, because I probably have like $20 million right now. But because if you bought Shiba Inu back when it was like, I don't know, 2021, June, May, like you'd be super, super rich. Because it just kept on increasing and doubling and getting bigger and bigger. So I already thought that Shiba Inu, I was super late to the game. I'm like, okay, I didn't get it during SNL for Dogecoin. I didn't get it afterwards. I didn't get it months afterwards. So why would I get it in October of like 2021? But then what happens? Then Robinhood adds Shiba Inu and all hell breaks loose and it hits like another high. And then of course I get reeled in last minute, which I totally regret. Because I only ever lost money on Shiba Inu, unfortunately. I ended up making some back, like just, it's mad money now, of course. Like if you're in crypto, you understand, like it's just crazy. Like, okay, I was in the metro earlier and I think it's because I'm thinking about crypto too much that like, I was like looking at the bus and like eavesdropping, of course. There's like many groups, there's like these adult groups and then there's like these teenager groups and I'm like listening to their conversations and I'm like, why is no one talking about crypto? Like I know Michael Saylor is not here, but I'm like, why is no one talking about crypto? You know what? I'm like, maybe it's just not big enough. Maybe because I'm in on it every single day. I'm like constantly on X and I'm like looking at the Twitter feeds. I'm looking at like all of the stuff that has to do with crypto because like the algorithm already knows that I'm interested in it. So maybe people that are just like normal and they are just, I don't know, scrolling on TikTok and looking at dance videos. I make those too. But if you're just like on TikTok and you're constantly just looking at dance videos and how to make a chicken, you're probably not going to see a crypto video. I don't know. Let me know if your friends or you yourself, I mean, if you're here, you're probably already a part of the crypto algorithm. I don't know. Or you're searching for it actively. But I don't think crypto is just going to be like, bam, in your face if you're just somebody who's not interested. Like that's not part of your algo. So anyways, I was just kind of thinking like, okay, a lot of people are not talking about it. Or maybe it's because like it's just Canada. I don't know, but I haven't like really eavesdropped in anybody talking about crypto. Usually like I have pretty good hearing. So I could hear like a lot of people around me across the street talking and I don't hear much about crypto. So maybe we're not at the top or maybe we already are and it's over. But my theory off this whole thing and why I started to get compound, even though I was always interested in XTZ because I told you guys XTZ is like a winner for me and I know everybody's different. Just because like Tezos is good for me or Dogecoin was good for me, it doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you necessarily. Everybody has their different winners. I feel like everybody has their different stocks in crypto that just like kind of worked for them. Either they just really believed in it, they had high conviction at the right time, everything, right place, right time, all of that, had the money at the right time, all that. But for me, XTZ was that, so I always kind of talked about it, but Compound is completely new. Like, I would have never bought Compound in 2021. I was like, well, what the heck is Compound? I still don't know to this day, to be honest. I still don't know. Like, I asked my SO, and he was like, I think he told me it was something along the lines of, like, interest rates or altcoins. I don't know. I don't get it. But I like the chart. So that was my reasoning. And I pretty much realized that after being on Robinhood for so long, like I had Robinhood since 2019 and I was there before they had crypto. Before they had that many crypto, not before they had crypto. But on Robinhood, I ended up realizing that all these random altcoins, they do pop off and they come back and they've been making a comeback. And I realized Compound was one of the only few that didn't make a massive comeback. And like XTZ, I was kind of like believing it. I was like, Tezos is probably going to make a comeback. And as it was moving back up, that's when I bought more and more. And I was lucky. Actually, I should have just bought more and held on, but another story. So XTZ and Compound, I believe both of them would do like another knockout and they would not do a revival like XRP did exactly. Like that would be a dream come true. But I just believe that it would have like at least a proper V-shaped recovery, you know? So when Tezos was like 50, 60 cents, I just thoroughly believed that it could at least reach $1 to $2. I didn't reach $2 yet, but it basically did. It was like $1.80 something recently, and I've been buying at like 60 cents, 70 something cents, 80 cents. And let me tell you, with XTZ, my only regret is not buying more as it was under $1. And I just kept doing the timing the market thing. Not gonna say that it didn't work out because I was a hella down on my XTZ from like 2021 when I got trapped real hard. So I pretty much put in like think about like more than $9,000 or something like that. And it went down to like less than $1,000. And I was really sad about that. So I made all my money back plus more this round. And I think, again, it's like your psyche through this stuff, it's wild. It's like if I just never invested back in 2021 and I'm buying it now, I think I would be like better at diamond handing stuff. But now I'm just like, oh, I'm so scared. Like, let me get rid of this so I can make like my money back, which is nothing wrong with it. I think there's nothing wrong with like taking profits and making back some money, especially if you've been hurt in the past. It's kind of like a relationship. I feel like trading crypto and doing stocks and all that is kind of like you're in a relationship where like you've been hurt in the past. So then you're like, oh, red flag. This person has like one red flag. Let me get rid of them like right now. And it's kind of the same with like selling stocks and crypto. It's like once you've been wrecked in the same stock or like a similar category, like let's say you got into EV and all the EV stocks just kind of dropped really hard. Technically it did, like Xpeng and Neo and all that. But then you just get like more careful. But then is that really the proper way to go about love? I don't know. I think you should definitely be more open to like falling in love again, because I think people are just like, I mean, there's like really bad apples and then there's really good ones. So I don't know. You just have to go with the flow. But I do believe in fully believing in love, even if you've gotten in hurt. Obviously, don't go back to the same people that hurt you. Anyways, way off topic. But I think with crypto, yeah, it's understandable why like after you get wrecked and you go through an entire crypto winter that you don't really like, you want to take some tendies. So that's pretty much like where I'm at. Hi there, Henry. Welcome, community members. Yay for comment. Yes, I'm so happy. Like literally. And all of you guys in here, let me say hi, Rafi, Nikai, DJ, Laura Buck, nice to see you. Seth, Lady RRH, Low Roller Scratcher, nice to see you. Your reserve right pump yesterday. Yeah, I don't think I have RSR anymore, to be honest. Like I heard about that and I was like, I'm too lazy to look for it. It's not in my Robinhood. So this is the thing that I was talking about with you guys. Like I like having different accounts, and I like to have one account that's just like more active than the others. And right now my go-to kind of trading crypto account is Robinhood. And then I have a bunch of like ledgers and like wallets on the side that I don't really look at. So I just kind of forget about it. I'm like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then I was talking about this yesterday where I think that actually has been working out for me, because sometimes it just like sell all of it, like because I've been so hurt in the past in terms of like crypto winter, that I feel like now I'm just like, all right, it's up, just sell it all, just get rid of it all. And then I'm glad that sometimes I forget a little bit of XRP in another wallet and I'm like, oh, okay, it went higher than when I sold it. And that like, that's just something you have to eat. Okay. Like you just have to be okay with the fact that you're probably going to sell something and it's going to go much higher later. Anyways, I'll ask you guys what you think I should do with compound later. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go search up compound on the CoinMarketCap. We meet again. Hi there. Lise Fully, Aiden, Audrey. I'm sorry, I'm saying some people's names wrong. Noah, if you watch any of my like game videos. Hi there, Joe Dirt, Hassan. I'm raw food writer. Like I'm not the greatest with names or pronunciation or anything with geography. Anyway, so let's just get into it. I talked about this yesterday and I'm like, I think diamond handing is probably the better way out. So like I kind of did an estimate on how much I would have made versus what I ended up doing, which is buying in and out and feeling like a boss when really I probably just should have diamond handed and make a lot more money. But let me tell you, my first, and I could show this with proof. My first compound purchase was $69 for 300 compound. And you know what that cost me? That was only 20 grand. That was only $20,000. Do you know how much it is to buy it now? A lot more than 20,000. So yeah, here you go. This was my purchase. This is my very first purchase ever. November 25th, 2024, which feels like forever ago, but it's not even that long ago. And you know what I did? Which I so regret right now, is after I bought it at 69, guys, like I bought it at 69, whew, I ended up market selling. And market selling, mind you, if you are new to Robinhood, if you do market sell, oh, hi there, Amanda. If you market sell on Robinhood, and I do it because whatever, like I just have no patience, right? I'm like, just get in, get out, make some money. I don't care. Robinhood is going to take whatever they want to take, right? I mean, they tell you what they take, so it's not really like they're just robbing you or anything like that. But usually when you do market sell, it's because you are impatient like me and you just want to get it over with, because you could do a limit order, but it's going to take a while. So especially with crypto, I hate waiting on my limit orders. Not that they don't ever come through, but unless it's like so bullish, it's moving up like at the speed of light. For me, it doesn't work, especially when something is like dropping sometimes and it's not just moving up at the speed of light. If it's moving up at the speed of light, I could put a limit sell order at a slightly higher price and be like, okay, I'll just hit that price. But even then, I realized that I personally feel like I seen Robinhood, like they don't make my orders go through until the price goes even higher, like the actual price than my sell price. So let's say I put a strike price of like $10, right? And the crypto is at $8. And my strike price for limit sell is at $10. But it doesn't actually sell the minute it hits $10 because usually I see that it has to be like a little over 10 and then my orders kind of kick through. So then I'm like, whatever. Either way, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be sold all at the same time. And it does have to go a little bit over. That's why I don't care to just pay the spread. And I'm paying like hundreds of dollars in spreads when I'm buying like thousands of dollars in crypto. But anyways, remember how I just showed you that comp, November 2025 compound, I bought it at $69. I bought 300 pound comp, right? 300 pound. I bought 300 comp at 69.04. Okay, this was when I bought it, market buy, as you can see on the top. I sold this baby thinking I was smart on November 29 for only $70.83. Literally, I made like, what was I thinking? I don't even know, man. I bought it, it cost me $20,710. That was my cost, right? You saw it. When I sold it, yeah, I did make money, but like barely anything. I made I ended up, total credit was $21,249. I didn't even have the patience to wait for comp to go up like $5 or even $2 full. I literally sold this, bought at 69.04, sold at 70.83. What is that? That's like 83 cents plus 4 cents. That is 87 cents. I only had a gain of like, oh wait, never mind. Sorry, the math is not mathing. Okay, sorry, that was bad. That's not. Okay, so that is 96 cents plus 83 cents. Okay, so it's like less than $2. Less than $2 gains, but I'm still pissed. So anyways, that's when I sold it on November 29. Literally like 4 days later. And I know why I did this. I only did this because like, I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I had to wait 4 days. Like, I had to wait 4 days. I saw it go up and down. It dropped really hard at one point. And I was like, let's just get rid of it. You know, let's be safe because we don't know where we're headed as of November 25. And now all I want to do is go back in time and get 300 compound for such a low price. You let me know, guys, by the way, because I'm using my phone that I usually trade with. Like, these are just images I sent from my phone. I screenshotted into my other phone so I could read and do this. But I'm filming this with my other phone. Like, this is live from my other phone, so I can't really look at the price of compound on Robinhood right now. So let me know if it's at a new all-time high. Because anyways, so that was just like one example. I did that a couple times. End up buying, selling, in and out, like basically minimum 10 to 20 G's, 40, 50 grand, like at a time. And then finally, after making not even like, I don't even think I made $5,000 in total through all of this, okay? And then had I just kept it at a $69 average, even just all of that, and held it to now, I would have so much money, right? Like, I would have made so much because it's like, what is that? It's like I had 300, you saw that I had 300 comps, purchased at like 20 grand. So 300 times, what did it go to today? It went to 140, like $2. That would be $42,600. I would have made like $22,000 if I just stuck with it from November 25. So that's 5 days plus 4 days. All it took was 9 days. 9 days. I'm so sad. So yeah. Anyways, that's that. That's what happened. But the only reason why I'm totally celebrating now, why I said it worked, like my timing the market actually worked, is because even though I did all those stupid things and I went bought in and out, and only made a couple hundred here, like a couple thousand there, not even like 5 grand, I think. And then in the end, finally, I don't know, like, I think I just finally decided that XRP inspired me. And I'm like, you know what? If XRP could be at number 3 right now, like, I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm like, anything could happen. Like, Peter Pan could pop out right now. So I pretty much was just like, let's just do it. Like, let's just believe in yourself. And I believed in XTZ and I believed in compound way before they like both rose and like already 2x, because XTZ was at like, I think Tezos was 60 cents, like under 60 cents. It was like closer to 50 cents or something like that. But basically Tezos was like not doing good. And then it 2x'd to like $1.14, I think. And $1.25. And I remember that's when I sold. So I bought it for like under 70 cents. I sold Tezos at like $1.25 and the same day it then went to $1.40 something. And then it obviously just kept rising up to, I think the highest recently was like $1.80. So again, I would have made more if I just like held on to it. Oh my God, you're so sweet, Raphael. I wish I looked like Rose. Rose has like Rose from Blackpink. If for those of you guys that don't know, Apatu. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I wish I looked like her. I actually did dye my hair blonde at one point, like very blonde like hers, but then it was just so damaging. So I don't know how that woman has hair on her head. It's amazing because it's not a wig. That's real hair, and her natural hair is black. So I don't know how she does it for all these years. But anyways, thank you. What's it called? I ended up getting back into XTZ and into compound, and I'm so glad that I went really hard into compound the day before yesterday. So let me think about it. I think it was like literally 2 or 3 days ago that I bought a lot of compound, way under 100. And then yesterday I was already up by a lot and I didn't sell. And then to my surprise today, and I thought like yesterday because I didn't sell, usually like I've realized that through Robinhood, it's like, okay, and not just like not Robinhood, through like all these altcoins, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed it too. It's like once they do like a 100% increase within the week or even like a 50% increase on the day, it usually does a huge correction afterwards. Like even with I think it was XTZ, it went to like $1.42 before bouncing back down to like I think closer to like $1.10 or something like that. Scary, which is like a big dip. It was like 30% when you're just kind of like trying to make money and you bought it at 140. That's some scary stuff. So I do know that there is like these dips that I'm kind of prepared for. So even though I made the decision not to sell yesterday for compound, even though I was already up a lot, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, maybe I'll just drop like 15, 20% even. And then I'll just like make a comeback. Like I'll buy more if needed. And I still want to see where this thing goes because I just really believe that it would go over $100. Like if not this month, then maybe like sometime next year. And I cannot believe that it actually worked. Like literally the next day, which is today, it went to 141. The craziest thing is that when I woke up in the morning, it had already hit like 130 something, but then came down to like 125. And I was like, I'm a diamond hand this. Like, I don't want to sell. And then I went shopping and I was so dumb because like within my oh, hi there, Leo. And it was so dumb because like within my 2 hours of shopping, I was like just buying random stuff. Like shopping around, I ended up looking at my phone 2 hours later, okay, after I bought stuff that was not worth the amount of money that I lost. But yeah, like after I looked at my phone 2 hours later, it had literally peaked when I entered the shop at like, I literally like last when I looked at compound, it was not at its all-time high, like for the recent year, like this 1 year mark, it was at like, I think like 129 or something. It was still impressive. But then by the time I like went into the mall, it was like, it went straight to like basically 135 and then like quickly to 142. Then by the time I came out, it was already down again at like 130 something. And I was like, I don't want to sell now. So it's just so hard. It's so hard. It's like, I don't know. I can't, it's like, it's really, really hard to time the market. I feel like I finally did one today and I don't think I could get this lucky every single time. So I'm not going to expect that, you know, I'm going to find another compound and expect something to go over $100 and then do really, really well the day before and then also have it blow up the next day. I'm not going to expect that. And then also it's just like, it's really, really hard to know when to sell because I kind of felt like I wanted to sell before I went shopping. But then after I came back from shopping, it went even higher, which made me like kind of regret that I didn't open my phone. Like I try to have some peace and quiet like in my mind sometimes where I'm like not doing social media, I'm not doing content, I'm not looking at my phone for like stocks or crypto. And I try to have some peace like in real life. And And then I just regret it because I'm like, man, if I saw it at 142, I would have sold. But then that's also hindsight because it's not at 142 right now. Unless it is at 142, then let me know. So I think I'm just going to hold on to it. I think I'm just going to hold on to my crypto right now, even though it is up and I could sell. I'm up more than 50% regardless. So it's like, I could sell it or I could hold on to it because I do have higher expectations for Compound. But like I said, Compound was at $900. I'm not expecting it to go back up, total V-shaped recovery, like for it to go back to $900. But I usually feel like if it went to 900, just like XTZ was at $1.9 when I bought it in 2021, I feel like it could go less than halfway or even a quarter for like honestly for Compound. A quarter would be like $200 something. So I think I would for sure let it go at 200, but then I'd probably just jump back in. There is like no winning in this. Like what's crazy is that there is no winning in it because I know eventually I'm going to sell and then it's going to go back up and I might just keep chasing it. But then if I keep chasing it like I did in 2021, it is very likely for me to just like, I don't know. If I keep chasing it, I might just end up getting stuck like I did with Shiba Inu. I got stuck with Jasmine. It's like things that I was making money on, like swing trading. And then it's like the last bite. It's like the last bite you take is poisonous. And like, I know it'll most likely happen to me again if I keep doing what I'm doing, which is like going pretty heavy. Like when I say going pretty heavy, I mean like having more than 30 grand into a position. Like that's gonna hurt. Unless like if Compound, also the other way I do my girl math is if I already made like, I don't know, if I already made like $50,000 on a crypto or a stock and then I go YOLO $40,000 into it, I don't really think that I am gonna mess up that hard because it's all with the money that I gained. But then if I'm doing stuff like this, like right now where I didn't make 50 grand off of Compound yet, and I'm putting in like a lot of money into it, then if I lose, it's gonna hurt. But then again with crypto, and as I was saying, like, I was kind of explaining this like to my parents the other day, and I was saying because they were like, oh, there's so many people that can't handle a loss, like a lot of young folks. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get that. I'm like, people young or old, they should know that no matter what you do with your life and your finances, whether you choose to buy a house or change your career or do a self-investment in a small shop or boutique or whatever, maybe you want to buy a franchise, you want to buy a McDonald's, you buy into stocks, like all those choices all come with risk. Like last time I checked, everything in life comes with risk and you just have to play with what you can afford to lose. And maybe it is a huge portion of your money, but you chose to do that. So don't like cry a river about it. I'm just like, yeah, I don't really understand when people are like, they can't handle the loss that they chose to go into. It's like you just have to be okay with whatever it is that you're planning to put on the table. So I'm not going to cry if I end up losing like a lot of money in altcoins, which I did in 2021. But the thing I love about altcoins more than a lot of other investments is that, how should I put this? You could bet on a horse. I don't do horse betting. I mean, I think the outfits are cute when you go. I might go again later on. But I think I've done it like once in my life with friends and we were like really young. I probably only put in like $20 or something and I lost. My horse went literally backwards. But if you do something like that, you're going to lose all your money. But the beautiful thing with altcoins is that, for example, like my XTZ, I was down more than $8,000 over the years. And then eventually came back up. But again, that's not financial advice because you don't know if it's going to come back. It's a roller coaster ride like none other. Exactly, Nicole. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I don't know where that leaves me with Compound. I still believe it's going to go higher. I just don't know when it's going to stop or when I need to get out. But I know that I only have control, not of the price, but of myself. So eventually I'm just going to have to be okay with the fact that it's going to go higher and do better without me, right? I think that's something we all have to come to terms with. It's almost like, oh my God, I'm just having this epiphany right now. We're like, you will never fully win because the stock and the crypto will actually more likely, I don't know. I don't know if stock or crypto will last longer, to be honest, because like, cryptocurrency is not like a company, so it's not like it has a balance sheet and it has to report to shareholders. It could just be. Like Dogecoin could just be here forever. Like Dogecoin could be used on Mars if Elon Musk ever gets us there. But, you know, Dogecoin could be here forever. Bitcoin could be here forever. A heck of a lot longer than possibly even like Apple. I mean, I'm pretty sure Apple's going to be around forever too. But the way I see it is you will never really like actually be able to sell anything at the top. So there's no point even to cry about it, right? Like it's constantly something I go to sleep at night thinking like, darn it, why didn't I sell at the top, right? Even with Dogecoin, like why didn't I sell at 75 cents when I could have in 2021 and like been a life changer? Like as my family likes to put it, they like to say that I threw away like a lotto ticket because like that's when my dad was like, sell it. And I didn't sell it. And then he was like, you literally threw out a lotto ticket. And then like now I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's true. But there are people who actually like accidentally throw out lotto tickets and their Bitcoin. So yeah. I just think like because you will never survive, well, most companies that do really well, like Coca-Cola. So for example, Warren Buffett, he was an early investor of Coca-Cola. Very jealous of him. And he, as long as Coca-Cola sticks around, and last I checked, humans didn't live to like 200 years. As long as Coca-Cola is still around, and you know, it doesn't matter if you held on or Warren Buffett holds on for however so many years and you think you're sold at the all-time high. If the stock is there and it continues to go up, then we're always going to miss it. One of us, some of us, we're all going to miss the top unless you hit the top and then that company goes bankrupt. Then you really hit the top. Or you bought puts on it and then the company did go bankrupt and then it's over and then you win, you know? So that's the piece I'm going to make with myself now, that like I could just never win. I could like, this is like therapy for me. Like I'm just speaking out loud to you guys. But yeah, I think I'm going to just be okay with the fact that I might sell something. I mean, I will sell a lot of things and it's just not going to be at the top. And just depending on the fact of there's always going to be someone younger than me trading, and then they're going to be able to hold on longer than me, and they're probably going to be able to make more money. That's not my problem, right? It's just, it's okay if I don't sell it at the all-time high. And then if you look at all these things like Tron, I don't have Tron, but I heard it hit a very, very high recently yesterday. And then today, I think it already corrected itself. I think all things are kind of due for a correction eventually. It's just a matter of time. Same with Bitcoin. I'm actually amazed though with Dogecoin. Let's take a minute and talk about Dogecoin. What the heck? Why is it stuck for so long at 43? I understand people are like, it's consolidating, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I think one theory I would have of why it would be stuck here at like 42, 41, 40 cents, 39 cents over again for this long is because remember back then when I told you guys that I know a lot of people who kind of bought like just around the 40 to 50 cent range. So maybe it could be those people kind of figuring out like, do I want to buy more? Do I want to sell it all? Like there's just a lot of that happening, like a push and pull. I cannot wait till Dogecoin finally breaks out of that 50 cent range because I can't imagine not like for it not to go straight to like 60, 70 cents. And honestly, seeing what XRP pulled this last month, I have faith that Dogecoin could really 2x, 3x, who knows? There's definitely enough room because at 60 billion times 3 even, okay, maybe that's a bit much, but 60 billion times 2 at least, like around 80 cents, I don't think should be that big of a problem. I mean, it would take us to like 120 billion. Not crazy unrealistic. Very excited for Dogecoin. I mean, I hope it happens, but it is quite annoying, I will say, to see all these altcoins do so well and for Dogecoin to just kind of like sit there idling by. But everything just, it has its moments. And I just purely feel like it's because there's just not enough liquidity that you're just not going to have. You're not going to have your XTZ, your Compound, your ADA, your Floki, or Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, everything flying off the handle at the same time. It's just going to be like, it's this one's turn, and then it's another one. And I know that's so weird, but at least that's the pattern I've been seeing. It's like, I'll have a couple coins that I realize are just moving together at the same time. And then on days that those are going down, something else is going up, vice versa. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Thank you so much for joining. Smash the like button on the way out. If you want to support this channel, please consider joining as a community member and you'll have your name highlighted on these streams along with your comments. Definitely check out all my other videos. Take care, guys. Good luck. Dogecoin been going up. Yes, Liz Miss. Yes, That is one of my last thing to say. Not financial advice, guys, but my next 2 moonshots that I believe in, I will diamond hand it for however long it takes till it moonshots. ELON, aka Doge on Mars, and Chill Guy. Bye, guys. How do I get out of here? There we go. Bye-bye.